Hey everybody, happy afternoon here in Ireland. Today's Monday the 12th, and I'm going to tell you what we did last week, which would have been um, week, what was it? Week 6, I think? Week 6, and probably about the third week here in Claremorris. So stay till the end because I have some little philosophy thoughts at the end on life and the meaning of life. If you want to know the meaning of life, stick to the end. So, what did I do? I think this week was a bit about the city versus the country, and also a bit about how I got around. Oh, and before I forget, thank you to those who were concerned with last week's video about loneliness. I'm perfectly fine. I just wanted to show you that there's all sides to life and to living in Ireland, living anywhere. So the truth is, people get lonely. The truth is, people are happy at times. So I do appreciate you guys reaching out to me, and I'm staying here. I'm not going to be returning to the U.S. just because I'm a little bit sad. So Monday was supposed to be a Kilmavie Heritage Night. They have a little thatched cottage there, and once a month they do music and storytelling, and it's really nice. I've gone to it before. Unfortunately, it got canceled. So instead, it turned into a pub night. So we went to Balladreen, and it was just a few people, really tiny. There was like, what, 5 of us, I think, and we were fine with that. Oh, I'm just noticing there's all these little ants crawling all over this thing where I have my phone stopped. Oh God, I hate ants. So turned out really nice. We went to Spells Bar, and it's really a piece of history. There's photographs all over the walls, and I think some really famous people have been there, and it's been around for years. I guess different ownership here and there, but it was a very quiet night there, so it was good to just sit back and have a chat. I went again on Saturday, and I'll tell you about that because it was a whole different scene on Saturday. So Tuesday was a little bit country because Tuesday morning I visited a friend in the countryside, and one of the things that came up for me was music. I hate to admit it, but I was never one that really went to a lot of concerts or listened to a lot of music. I don't know what it is. Even in the car, I like it quiet. But there was something about the countryside that has brought out a whole other side to me. I'm actually very interested in listening to things and just sitting back and looking at the sights and listening. Wednesday, I had a visitor, which was nice. Cousin came to visit, and we walked around the town here. I took her to this place called Sam's. Sam's. I'm getting the pub mixed up with the shop, but it's called Sam's, and everything under the sun. You can't name something, it'll be at Sam's, and you have to hunt for it because they have just piles and piles and narrow walkways, and like I was looking for a pot holder and would have never found them except they're in like this little tiny pile in the middle of this display, so you just have to ask, but there's everything there. I know the woman I was with got like a little clothesline gadget for hanging socks out to dry. You could buy toilet paper, you could buy anything there. It's amazing. And then Thursday was the big day because Thursday I got an offer to be taken into Galway. And so that was kind of eye-opening because I've been in Galway years ago, and I used to think that I might want to live in Galway. It was a good place. I mean, it's a really happening, it's very youthful, it's by the sea. But I just didn't have that feel this time. And I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this video, but I don't know, it just didn't call to me as much. I did take a bus, so I got to use public transportation. I took a bus to Salt Hill, which is where, a little bit out from the city. It's on the edge, and it's right where the ocean is. So I got to sit by the ocean, which I've been missing a lot. I've been missing Ocean City, New Jersey. I do like my water. And the thing that was amazing was the kelp. I mean, it was like, color again, green, Ireland and green. This time it's seaweed, and it's phosphorescent. I mean, wild, colorful seaweed. And Friday, what did I do? Walked around the town, found out there's a post office inside the food store. I didn't know that, and found that out. Saturday was another big day because I took a train and I went to Castlebar, found out that to find out which side of the tracks you should be on to catch the one that goes to Castlebar versus the one that goes to Dublin, apparently could be either side of the tracks. Either side. And I guess they're not worried about trains crashing into each other. So I finally just picked a side and hoped it was right, and it turned out to be okay. And I got on it, and it was a very quick ride, like 20 minutes, and you're there, and very easy process. I'll go over that another time because I know someone asked about taking a train and what you do. It's pretty simple, it seems daunting, but once you do it, you're okay. So I got picked up in Castlebar at the train stop, which was good because the train's a little bit of a walk into town. And what I was heading for was the Mayo Genealogy Group. They meet once a month in Turlough, which is the Museum of Country Life. Very big museum, very famous. And went there, and then the person was willing to take me home. So we stopped at her mom's place and we went to church, which was good for the soul. And I really liked the priest's homily, and I wish I could remember it all, but I know there was 4 parts to it. And the first was, when you enter in, first thing you get to ask for forgiveness. The second thing is you get to hear the word of God, which carries you, lightens your soul. And then third is you get the Eucharist, which you take the body in, and that's good. And then the fourth is, I don't remember the fourth. I think it was just going out into the world, and I'm not sure if that was the Eucharist part or not, but you think I'd remember it if I liked it, but it was very good. It's the one priest who covers a couple of churches, and unlike the U.S. where they've closed churches, they're keeping the churches open, and the poor guy has to run around from church to church. So on Saturday nights he's in Urlar, and I think Sundays he's in my father's parish of Immaculate Conception. And so we finished the night off by going to pubs again. We hit what's the name? Spells again. This time, totally different scene. First time was very quiet, sedate. This time, packed. There was some football, rugby, soccer match on TV, and it was packed. Mostly young people, few older people at the bar, but couldn't hear yourself think, squeezed into a little place. So we had one drink and left, and we headed to Duffy's Corner, which is right across from the Kilmavie Church. It's called Four Corners, and again, that's an old bar. I was told that it's like really an old guy's bar, that as a woman I wouldn't be good to just walk in there, but I mean, it was packed again, and this time it was because a team who had been playing some type of sport, both sides, came to the bar. And I actually introduced myself to 2 guys that were there, not young ones, but older ones, who were kind of relatives or staying in areas that my father was from. So had that connection, figured I'd have more of a connection there, though my dad did go to school in Balladreen, which is where Spells is. So I wanted to take you here. Right now I'm on this country road. Let me show you. I'm blowing off the ants in case there's any ants along.